So today we'll be seeing a quick topic on data manipulations. Okay, so what kind of a data manipulations is we'll be converting from comma separated value to page list and value list, and then vice versa. Okay, so if we have a page list, then we'll convert to CSV, and if we have a value list, we'll convert it to CSV. Okay, so the question is where we use that. Okay, so this is widely used. Okay, so let's say you have from external system. Okay, you are getting an employee list or some value in a comma separated value. Okay, so now you need to display in your UI, or you want to form that page structure and display, like have it in your clipboard. Okay, so we with comma separated we cannot have, if we have it in a string, okay, it won't be that much useful. We cannot display in a proper format on the UI. So for that only, what we do, we convert in a page list. Okay, and then again, so now this is one scenario. Okay, that something you're getting from external system in a comma separated, you're converting and have it in your clipboard structure. Okay, in page list. The second scenario is that if you have a page list, okay, and now you have to send it to external system. Okay, so then again from the page list we have to convert it back to CSV. So this is one of the example. And also if we are like trying to put some conditions, so let's say you have a X number of employee list. Okay, and you want to put those employee list in a conditions. Okay, so that we cannot do directly, but if you have a comma separated strings, we can do that. Because what happens when we give the value in a comma separated pega pega forms, or in a database side, it will go as an inquiry. Okay, that is where you see what pega does is the pega have a two property. Okay, for work baskets they have a list as well as the value list as well. Value list means basically a comma separated only, because value list can be directly compared with the report definitions as a filter conditions. So if you see inside that operator ID, you'll find two property. So let me show you quickly here. Corresponding to that, we have a work basket, and then we have a work for work basket we have a two property. So you can see that we have a py work basket and then list. So this is list, and then this is a value list. Again the same thing for skills. Okay, why? Because what happens because pega can directly compare in the report definitions for filter conditions, because filter we cannot do filtering on list. Okay, page list. So let's see how we can do that. Okay, so what I have done, okay, I have employee page list. Okay, and on employee page list I'm just setting an like for example I'm setting three employee, so Lalit, Amit and Samit. So now what we will be doing, let me refresh this, what we will be doing from this list. Okay, so let's say I have employee list. Okay, in my clipboard, and I want to send this value to my service, or why I want to put this value in a database condition. So I need in a single string. So how we can do it, we can just use a functions. Okay, so px string CSV from page list, so CSV from page list, and so these all functions belongs to data manipulations library. So you can see that px data manipulate. So we have all kind of a functions. If you just search with library name and data manipulate, you can just like content search, and then also search with CSV, you'll get that list. Okay, so here we have that functions px page list. What happens, why I'm showing you here, because sometimes if you search it from here you'll not get that. Okay, because if you search it from CSV, maybe you'll not get that. So if I'm searching with CSV from value list I'm getting. Okay, and from page list, these functions I'm not getting. So if you use these functions will also work, but these functions belongs to different library, I believe. Yeah, this belongs to utilities. Here you can see that, but this belongs to data manipulations, but it's not showing here in our list. But if we know these functions, what we can do, we can just open it from here, and we can see that what this function takes as an input parameter. Okay, so let's see, come back here again to my data transform. Where is that? Oh, where is the data transform? Sorry. Okay, so here, so it takes four parameters. So we can see that, okay, four parameters defined here. So the first one is a string CSV. So it will take that string CSV from page list. One second. No, sorry, I'm opening a wrong data transform. Let me open the other one. Parse page list to string CSV. Yeah, so this one, sorry. So here you can see that, okay, this functions string CSV from page list. So let me copy this function and search here again in functions. So we'll get this one. So here you can see that it's just taking two parameters, page list and the property name. Okay, so what is the page list and for what property you want to convert into to CSV. Okay, so we have employee list, and then we want to convert it for employee name. So that's it. Just this functions you have to use string CSV from page list, and then just run it. Okay, then what we will see, we'll see Lalit, Amit, Samit in a comma separated value. Similar way, I have created another property called employee value list. In that one again I'm setting the same things, and then again I'm using a different functions, string CSV from value list. So these functions also exist here. So if I come here and search, we'll see the same thing. See, that also exists, px string CSV from list, from value list, and it's again asking just one property because one property value list, because value list doesn't have any individual property, so it just stored with 1, 2, something like that. Okay, so I'll show you how it looks like. So now let me run this one, run this data transform page list to string. So basically from list CSV from list and CSV from value list, we should see the same both value. Okay, these values with a comma separated. So let me run this data transform. So here you can see that CSV from list we got Lalit, Amit, Samit, and then CSV from value list Lalit, Amit, Samit. Okay, so this is working. Okay, now it all depends on your requirement. Maybe you'll have some page context, so before employee list you'll have some test page or some page. Okay, so if you're using page, then you have to give that page page context here as well. Okay, and the same here, so that like you'll get that proper output. So that is the one thing. The second one is, okay, if we have a page list, from page list we want to convert it to CSV. Okay, and from value list, so if you see here we have that combinations from page list. Okay, where is that px page list from string CSV, string px from page list. Okay, so here you can see that px string CSV from page list, but for value list we don't have. Okay, value list we have only if we have a comma separate, then we can convert it to value list, but vice versa we cannot do. Okay, but same we can do for page list. So let's see if you have a value list and convert it to, if you have to convert it comma separated, how we can do that. Okay, so let's see that. So I have another data transform. So this data transform is comma separated to string list. Okay, so this time you can see that I have a CSV string. Okay, Lalit, Amit, Samit, and then I have to first convert it to page list. Okay, so again I'll form employee list with this one. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So again here we have to use these functions, px page list from a string CSV. Okay, and these functions also exist here. So if you that is what I'm saying. Okay, instead of searching there, you can search just with this library name, and then functions, in functions you can just search with CSV. You'll get all combinations, and then based on your need you can use it. Okay, so now let's see that parameters. Okay, what parameter it takes. Okay, the first thing it takes is that the property which holds that string. Okay, CSV string, so param.csv string. The second one is that the page list on like what page list you want to form. Okay, so here I am like using on primary context only, so here I have given a dot employee list. If you have any other, then you have to use page context, and then for in which property you want to map these values. Okay, so inside that page list we have that employee name, so we have given that one, and then finally we have to give the class name. Okay, so basically what is that class of employee list. Okay, so if I just search this property, then you can see here employee list, so it belongs to this class, so you have to give that class. So that's it, nothing more. So if I just run it, okay, let me run, and then you'll see. So here in employee list you can see that Lalit, Amit, Samit came. So if I'll add one more, then that will also come. So let's add that here. So just here I'll add John. So let's see it's coming or not. See here John came, employee value list, and then in this one also John came. Okay, so we learn this one. Now the next thing is that the last one. Okay, that from CSV string how we can convert it to value list. Okay, so for that we don't have functions. Okay, so either you can like if you want to achieve it with the fully out of the box, so this is the way you can do it. What you can do, first form the page list and then loop on the page list for each page in, and then append that value. So you can see that top dot employee value list. So this employee value list is a value list property, Here you can see that. Okay, so what I have done here is that I have simply top that employee value list append, and I'm appending each employee list from that employee list page list. Okay, and I've selected this to use as a source. So if I run, so we'll see the value list as well. So here you can see that we have that value list which with 4 property: Lalit, Amit, Samit and John, and the same with employee. So that is how you can do it. You can achieve it with out of the box way. And then finally what you can do, you can remove this page list. Okay, so if you don't need it, you can simply remove it so it won't come. Okay, so let's see if I'll just add a sibling and here I'll say okay, remove that employee list. So then what it will happen, it won't come in that. See, it's just giving me value list. So that is how we can convert it. So quickly we learned all combinations. Okay, so let's recap quickly what we learned. So we learned CSV to page list to CSV, and then value list to CSV. Okay, so this was our first combinations. Okay, and then first we have to use px string CSV from page list, and then the second function is string CSV from value list. Okay, so this was our first combination. The second combination is if you have the string, then how we can convert it to page list or value list. So for that we have a direct functions to convert it to page list, but we don't have for value list. So what we can do, first we can convert to page list, and then append and create a value list, and then finally delete your page list. So that is how we can do it. And all functions you'll get, like if you're not like here, from here you can browse, but if you're not getting from the expressions builder, I would suggest to just go in functions. How you can go to functions, you need to navigate it to records, technical, activity, and then functions, and just come here and search with data manipulate. So if data and m also, if you search, you'll get that, and then finally search with CSV, so you'll get all combinations. So that's it for today's sessions. I hope these quick sessions will help you and you'll be able to use this kind of a features in your application. So thank you very much. Have a good day.